Students, should I write all the formulas in one page? Okay, let's just do one thing. One topic is left for this, like which is the marginal one. So let's just finish this cost part. We have done average, we have done total. Now one point is left, which is marginal. So let's just finish the marginal and then entirely we will do the formulas. Is it okay with you, everybody? Yes? Fine? Works to everyone? You can see this? The formulas, I have written all the formulas together, so we will discuss it together. Okay? So let's just finish the topic for marginal. Okay? You need to be very quick today because we need to finish it today. Okay? Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. So first of all, marginal cost. So whenever you are getting a word called marginal, right? That marginal means addition. Okay? So whenever you are getting marginal, that means I'm talking about the additional part. Okay? So now, for example, you had 10 rupees. Okay? And somebody gave you 15 rupees. This you had already. Somebody gave you 15. Now you have 25 in total. Okay. So if I'll ask you out of these three, like first, second, and third. Yes. What is the marginal? Tell me.
15, ma'am.
15 is marginal. Why? Because 15 is the additional. Right? The additional. So whenever you are getting a word marginal, marginal is basically equals to additional. Clear? So for example, you were so hungry, you ate chapati. First you ate one chapati, then you ate second, then third, then fourth. So with all this, you are adding it. Right? So this is called marginal. Fine? Okay? So marginal cost is basically marginal cost is the addition to the total cost when an extra unit of commodity is produced, right? So like for example, earlier you were producing one chocolate. So you were using basically, for example, 10 units of light. Okay, now you are producing, so you will use 20 units. So for after producing, like for every time you are producing one extra unit of chocolate, you are giving the extra electricity bill, right? So that is called marginal. So for producing one extra unit of a commodity, how much additional unit you are spending? How much extra cost you are giving? So marginal cost is the addition to the total cost when extra unit of commodity is produced. There are two formula, MCN. Okay. MCN is like, it can be any number. Okay. It is TCN minus TCN minus 1. So for example, TCN minus TCN minus 1. Now, I'll explain you what is this N. For example, total cost for second unit. Okay. So here it will be total cost for 2 minus 1. So total cost for second minus total cost for 1. So for example, total cost for second was 20 and total cost for this was 5. So your marginal cost is 50. Clear? Got it? Getting it? Everybody?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what, and one more thing, TVC minus TVC n minus 1. Okay, and one more formula is there. This is delta. Whenever you are getting this triangle, this is delta. Delta is equals to change. Clear? So it is basically like change in total cost divided by change in output. So how much your total cost is increasing? 10. And how much your unit is changing? So 10 divided by 1. Okay. This is what, and you got the answer. And one more thing is summation of, like when you will total all the marginal cost, you will get TVC. Okay. Now remember one thing. Your summation of total total variable cost is equal to summation of marginal cost. Okay. They can be equal. Okay. But this one, they cannot be equal. Now why? Because MC is the ratio of change in total cost. TFC being constant, MC changes due to change in the total variable cost. Got it? Yes. So as the output increases, marginal cost decreases, minimum and constant marginal cost. Okay. So for example, over here, let's just take, now it's like, ma'am, why you are saying that with like here you told me that, ma'am, for extra unit, you have to basically give extra electricity bill and everything. Okay, but let's just take an example. This is a classroom. Okay, I'm talking about variable cost only. Okay, so I'm talking about variable cost. So variable cost over here is like the chair and electricity, for example. Understand this question, like example in a very good way, students. If you will understand this, it will be easy for you to cope up with other things. Okay. So over here, total variable cost is chairs plus electricity. Okay, and total cost is the rent of the room. Got it? Like the fixed cost. Fixed cost is rent and variable cost is chair and electricity bill. Clear? For this classroom. Done? Yes? So earlier, for example, only 2 students were coming. Okay, only 2 students were coming. I'm talking about when only 2 students are coming. Case number 1. So at that time, the rent you were giving was 500 rupees. Okay, but over here for variable cost, VC, chair, one chair is for 10 rupees. So 2 people were there, so you were giving 20 rupees plus the electricity bill. Of course, it will be same only, no matter how many students. So electricity bill, for example, 100 rupees. Okay, so in total, you paid 620 rupees. Done? Yes, this is case 1. Okay, now case 2, you had 4 students. Okay, now, so what will be the scenario? Rent would be 500 only. Yes, and variable cost would be, now how many chairs will you use? 4. So 40 plus, and electricity will be same only, right? In a room, if 2 students are sitting or 4 students, I will only use 2 fans and 2 lights, right? So this. So now how much you have to pay? 640 rupees. Getting my point? Yes. Of course it is changing, but that doesn't mean that it is changing a much. Right? So this is what. Got it? So see, if you tell me where you are getting the benefit. In this scenario or in this scenario? Tell me. For example, one student is giving you 1000 rupees as a fees for this classroom. So tell me in which scenario, case 1 or case 2, where you are getting more profit? Tell me.
Case 2.
Case 2. Because here you are only earning 2000 rupees. Okay, and you are spending basically 620 rupees. Here you are earning 4000 rupees and you are only spending 640. So of course here you are earning the profit. Getting the point? Yes or no? Amar, Kashika, Madiha.
Yes, ma'am.
Getting my point? So usually, for example, I bought a printing machine. See, we have to print most of the things, right? You know. So do you purchase printing machine or you go to a shop and purchase, like you print out for 5 rupees or 10 rupees? Tell me. If you have to print something, will you purchase a printing machine or will you go market and just do the print? Go a cyber cafe and do the print. Tell me.
Ma'am,
If
I
you
have
have to,
printer.
no, I'm just telling a scenario. For example, of course we have, because we have to work. But I'm telling you, for example, you went somewhere, you have to print something now. Okay. So will you buy the printer at that point of time or will you just go to the shop and do the print? You have to print only one page.
Go to the shop.
Go to the shop.
Go to the shop and print it, right? So similarly, but for example, I'm a shopkeeper. A lot of people comes to me for printing. So at that time, I'll take papers from the customer and then go to other shop, or will I purchase a printing machine?
You will purchase printing machine.
Printing machine, because that is most beneficial, right? So here also you basically look for the cost where you are getting the profit, right? I had no use, like I have to print only one page, right? So I went to the shop and for 10 rupees it was done. But for printer I need to spend 12,000, 20,000 rupees. So of course I'll not go for that. But if I'm a shopkeeper, I have to, like daily I have to print around 100 to 200 pages. So for that I will purchase a printer apart from going to a shop daily and doing the print. Okay, so this is according to the cost and the use of a person. Okay, done. This one. So as output increases, MC, marginal cost decreases. Getting my point? Yes. And it become minimum and constant. Then apart after some time it become like it start increasing. I bought a printer, right? So I have to pay less. Like daily I was purchase, like for example, let's just take an example for this, because the behavior of MC is very important. First is decreases, as output increases, then it become minimum and constant, right? And then it starts increasing. So over here, how is the scenario? See. Okay. Now look over here. For example, you bought a printer, right? So of course, at that time, earlier you were paying 1,000 rupees per day. Okay. And in a month, there are 30 days. So in total for a month, you were spending 30,000 rupees just to print your pages. Okay. Now you bought a printer for example, 12,000 rupees. And you bought 1,000 rupees pages. Okay, so like let's just take 3,000 rupees pages. So in total, you spend 15,000 rupees. So your cost increased or your cost decreased, marginal cost? Tell me.
Decrease.
Decrease, right? So similarly, your output increased, basically you are producing more, and your marginal cost became like it's decreased. Then you kept on doing this. At a time, like somewhere, like for example, your printer was not working well. Yeah, it was creating issue again and again. So it became minimum and constant. It is not giving you the profit nor the loss. It was going okay, right? But at a time came basically when it deteriorated completely. Now you have to repair it, or maybe have to change the printer. Then your marginal cost increases. Done? Got the point? Yes? You are, see, of course, we feel like that we usually don't switch to a new product. First, we try to repair the product, whatever we have. So you usually the cost for 30, but when you went for repairing, they told you that it will cost you 40,000. Like not totally. First day you went, they gave you the bill of 10,000. You were like, okay, it's fine. Right? And then this 15,000 also, that is the cost. So you'll add it. So in total, it is 35. So your marginal cost basically start increasing now. So output 1, 2, 3, 4, total cost is 20, 30, 38 like this. Marginal cost, you can see. How to find marginal cost? See, first one will be blank always, no matter what. Okay. Now second one, how do you find it? 30 minus 20, you got 10. 38 minus 30, 8. 44 minus 38, 6. 48 minus 44, 4. 52, this. So you got it. Clear? And it goes like this, a check sign. Okay, it is basically the U shape. You can see this. Okay, due to operation of law of returns to a factor, M curve falls due to law of increasing return. M curve become constant. So if I will ask you what is the shape, you will say, ma'am, it is U shape. Reason, law of return to a factor. Okay, if I'll ask you why MC is falling at starting, so you will say because law of increasing return. Earlier you were getting increasing returns, like you bought a printer and now you feel like that I'm the most desirable person and I can print as much pages as you want and in the minimum cost. Okay, earlier you were minimizing the pages because you have to go to the market, print it out and pay it on the same time. So they were costing you high. Then MC curve become constant due to constant law of constant return. So if it is falling, law of increasing return, your returns you are getting in a very good way. Constant due to constant return, and rises due to diminishing. So it is opposite. If it is rising, which law is applying? Diminishing return. If it is decreasing, which law is applying? Law of increasing return. If it is constant, law of constant return. Clear? Got it? So this is important for one marker as well. MC curve is falling due to which law? So law of increasing return. Fall means increase, increase is decrease. Okay. And is become constant due to law of constant return. And MC curve rises due to law of diminishing return. Fine? Works? Everybody? Students?
Yes.
What happened? Why so lazy in my getting it? What happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Girls? Not getting it or what happened? Why you people are so silent? This is the most silent class I have in my entire batches. What happened? Not getting economics? What happened? It's tough or what? Tell me.
Yes, ma'am. It is.
Little bit confusing? Little bit confusing? Yes? No? Tell me. Then only I'll get the solution. No? What happened? Tell me. Today you people share me your problems. What happened? Not interested in economics or it's like kind of tough job. What happened? Tell me. Because you
It is,
people
ma'am.
don't say yes, don't say no. So how would I get to know that you are getting it or you are not getting it?
It is actually tough, ma'am.
It is tough. Okay. And what about others? Amar, Kashika, Madhya? Amar, is it tough for you as well?
No, ma'am, it's fine. I can just understand.
Okay. Kashika,
Yes, ma'am. It's
kind of?
huh?
Kind of tough?
No.
Easy? Okay, so why don't you reply? What happened? Whenever I asked getting it, so I didn't get any reply. Hmm? Why? Don't feel like
Uh,
replying?
no, not like that.
Then I just want an engaging class. Ma'am, we got it, ma'am, we are done. And you people are like so silent. Nobody says anything. And I feel like I'm teaching to walls. Maybe. And what about Madhya?
That's okay.
It's okay. So why don't you also reply, Madhya? Yes, no. I have to ask individually. Kashika, Madhya, Ashraf, Amar, I have to ask individually. Ashraf kind of,
Ma'am, I'm the only one who
yeah,
will
Ashraf
reply
do it.
over
Because
there.
Ashraf know me. He was there 1-to-1 earlier. So he was the only student in this batch, so he know. And Amar also sometimes reply, but girls, you always little bit. It feel like that okay, we should reply, so you reply, but most of the time I have to ask you what happened. So fine, like what happened? Any issue in the class? No, right?
No, no.
So be attentive. Participate, just say no, yes, no. If you are not getting it, just ask me millions of times. So you can ask. Okay. So this is clear to everyone, marginal cost. Yes, the table also clear, the shape also clear, why it is U-shaped due to return of to a factor, increasing, why it is falling at starting due to increasing return, why it become constant due to law of constant return, why it basically started rising due to decreasing or diminishing returns. Done? Fine?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
write it down.
Ma'am, can you scroll up just one line? I'm done now. You just scroll down.
Anyone has any doubt in all this?